The events depicted in this video are entirely fictional. In the year 2043, humanity had pushed farther into the solar system than ever before. Thanks to breakthroughs in propulsion technology and corporate funding, NASA had partnered with several private aerospace companies to launch its most ambitious project to date, the Prospector X. It was a state-of-the-art deep space vessel tasked with exploring and harvesting rare isotopes from a mineral-rich asteroid field beyond Jupiter, near the edge of the belt. Commander Alyssa Reyes, a decorated astronaut with 2 Martian missions under her belt, led the mission. Her crew of 9 included scientists, engineers, AI specialists, and a few hardened veterans trained for the unknown dangers of deep space. The Prospector X was more than a mining ship. It was a floating laboratory, a fortress, and a symbol of human progress. At first, everything went according to plan. The ship traveled through the Jovian system with minimal issues. They deployed drones to scout the asteroid field and began extracting isotopes used in fusion reactors back on Earth. The data they collected promised energy breakthroughs and riches. But on day 42 of the mission, things changed. It began with a blip on the long-range radar, an anomaly moving against the current of the asteroid belt. It was fast, too fast for natural debris. The crew dismissed it at first. False positives weren't uncommon, but the object returned. And this time it was closer. "Movement at 9 o'clock, one crew member said over comms. "That's not a rock." The crew gathered in the command center, watching the grainy footage. What they saw was unlike anything recorded in any NASA database. A jagged vessel drifted just beyond visual range, shrouded in shadows and blinking lights. It didn't match any known human spacecraft. Attempts to communicate went unanswered. The object accelerated, then stopped, then moved again in a way that defied normal orbital mechanics. Suddenly, the Prospector X's communication systems went down. The crew was cut off from Earth. Commander Reyes ordered the shields up and initiated defensive protocols. Then came the breach. The unknown ship docked with the Prospector X using magnetic clamps and advanced cutting tools. The sound of grinding metal filled the air as the hull of the Prospector X buckled under the immense pressure. Explosive decompression ripped through the lower decks, sending debris and crew members tumbling through the air. Lights flickered and alarms blared in chaotic warning. Then, suddenly, silence. The sound of the sirens faded into the eerie quiet, replaced by the cold hum of the ship's failing systems. The crew scrambled to regain control, but it was too late. They didn't come for the minerals. The intruders were unlike anything the crew had ever encountered, a grotesque mixture of human and machine, scavengers fused with cybernetic enhancements, their bodies disfigured by implants, their eyes glowing with artificial pupils. Their voices were garbled, like they had no need for language, only commands. Some were clearly human, or had been at one point. Others were barely recognizable, their forms twisted beyond anything remotely human. They moved with eerie precision, bypassing security systems and effortlessly navigating the ship, as if they had been aboard many times before. They weren't just scavengers, one crew member whispered into an encrypted log. They knew our layout, our systems, like they'd studied us. The pirates took crew members alive. Others they left behind, bound, unconscious, or worse. It became clear they were after more than tech. They were after knowledge. One of the surviving engineers was dragged into their ship and saw something terrifying. In the heart of the pirate vessel was a navigation hub displaying coordinates, not just to distant asteroids, but to Earth-based installations, military frequencies, space station layouts, maps of orbital paths dating back decades. They've been watching us, Reyes realized, tracking us, studying our ships, waiting for us to expand. She managed to escape her restraints inside the pirate vessel, slipping into a command chamber filled with recovered black boxes from other ships. Many never reported missing. Some were marked with flags from other countries, others unmarked entirely. She downloaded as much data as she could and fought her way back to the Prospector X. Back on board, Reyes rallied the remaining crew. They sealed off pirate-occupied sectors and initiated a cyber attack through the enemy's own neural network. Some pirates collapsed instantly, their augmentations overloaded. Others went berserk, attacking both the crew and each other. The goal wasn't just survival anymore. If even one pirate ship made it back to Earth, the consequences would be catastrophic. They had to be contained. Reyes initiated the detonation protocol, a last-resort self-destruct sequence embedded in the Prospector X's core reactor. The countdown began. With time running out, Commander Reyes knew the end was near. She recorded one final message, encrypted and buried deep within the outgoing signal logs, hoping it might reach Earth against all odds. Her voice, quiet but resolute, crackled through the transmission. "If you're receiving this," she began, her tone steady despite the chaos surrounding her, "we stop them. For now. But space isn't empty. Not anymore." The Prospector X detonated in a controlled blast, a desperate measure that took the enemy vessel with it, obliterating both ships in one final, fiery embrace. The explosion sent a shockwave through the void, and after that, there was nothing but silence. No signal returned from the wreckage, only the cold, relentless static of deep space. NASA, in its efforts to maintain control over the narrative, classified the mission as a failed operation due to asteroid impact. Official statements claimed a catastrophic malfunction had caused the Prospector X to be lost with all hands. The public mourned briefly, flags were lowered, and then, as quietly as the mission had ended, another deep space expedition was scheduled for the following year. But deep within NASA's off-record logs, an anomaly remained. One burst transmission, fragmentary, filled with glitches, emerged from the void, carrying a voice unmistakably familiar. It was Reyes. "This is Commander Reyes. If this gets out, warn Earth." A whistleblower from inside the agency leaked this recording to a private space research forum. It was dismissed as a hoax, a fabrication by conspiracy theorists hungry for attention. But the data contained in the leak was legitimate. The encryption, the ship logs, even the voice print, all verified. That whistleblower, identity unknown, released one final statement before disappearing. "There's more out there. They know we're here, and they're not coming in peace." Years later, strange readings were picked up near the moon's dark side. Observatories caught fleeting shadows, irregular heat signatures, and brief radio distortions. NASA denied the findings, but amateur astronomers began calling them ghost ships. And then, a beacon activated near the far side of the moon, a pulsing light not built by humans, broadcasting in a language no one could identify. It played the same message every 6 hours: coordinates, names, Earth's orbital defense system schematics. Someone, or something, had left a calling card. Now, more than ever, Earth stands on the edge of something terrifying. Because humanity didn't just explore space, it walked straight into someone else's territory. And they had been waiting. We thought we were the pioneers, the first to reach into the void. But someone got there first, and they were watching. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this.